I was informed in the course of my official duties of a multi-decade UAP crash retrieval and reverse engineering program, to which I was denied access to those additional read-ons when I requested it.
Mr. Grush, finally, do you believe that our government is in possession of UAPs?
Absolutely, based on interviewing over 40 witnesses over 4 years.
And where?
I know the exact locations, and those locations were provided to the Inspector General and some of which to the intelligence committees. I actually had the people with the first-hand knowledge provide a protected disclosure to the Inspector General.
大家好，欢迎来到恐怖五外新闻。今天想跟大家聊一下这个吹哨者，他到底爆这个料想要改变什么
Within the government on these programs that would like a change.
What kind of change does David Grush want? As he said here tonight, he wants the NHI technology to be shared so the rest of the world can benefit from it.
And I use nuclear weapons or nuclear physics as an example. It's an acknowledged program. We have nuclear weapons. You don't get to know the designs, but nuclear physics holistically is unclassified. Academia studies it. And why would you suppress basic astrophysics, astrobiology, other hard and soft sciences broadly? It's totally nuts.
And as for how we, the human race, will react to his story, here Grush evinces that quintessentially human characteristic: optimism.
I don't have this utopian ideology that this is going to, solve world problems, stop war entirely. But all I want is a moment of pause and to see if the subject unites us, as we've obviously become more divided over the last couple of decades.
Because, if anything else, what you're revealing may mean we all start thinking of ourselves not as American, Australian, Russian, Chinese, but as human.
Human family. I think that's totally the right term, yeah.
当我听完他讲天下一家，我就更不相信这是天下一家。这从来美国就不是这个样子，让我想到雷根以前在联合国上了一段访谈。
Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
You've stated that the government is in possession of potentially non-human spacecraft. Based on your experience and extensive conversations with experts, do you believe our government has made contact with intelligent extraterrestrials?
Something I can't discuss in a public setting.
Okay, and I can't ask when you think this occurred. If you believe we have crashed craft, stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries, yeah.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still on the program.
And was this documentary evidence, this video, photos, eyewitness? Like, how would that be determined?
The specific documentation I would have to talk to you in a skiff about.
Gotcha.
我个人认为这个爆料者是一个棋子，为了美国政府接下来的计划做一个铺垫。他的表现有一些我觉得不合理的地方，因为我觉得他既然都已经是前探员了，他都打算出来爆这么大料了，可是他在整场听证会当中还是遵守了那些制约，他并没有把他知道完全说出来，那这样怎么能够达到他想要天下一家的目标？所以我对整件事是存疑的，而且他也不像那些遭受到死亡威胁的爆料者的那种状态。
If you're right, if you're telling us the truth, everyone, the entire American public, has been lied to for decades.
Yeah, there's a sophisticated disinformation campaign targeting the U.S. populace, which is extremely unethical and immoral.
Coming up,
This is one of the gravest constitutional crises for your country ever.
Absolutely.
Give me some hope here.
Yeah.
There are good people.
There are very good people, and I want that message to be crystal clear. Let's not demonize holistically the U.S. government. There's a whole army of people that want change. I am one of tens, if not hundreds, of individuals within the government on these programs that would like a change.
Allegedly, this man behind David Grush knows the biggest secrets of the U.S. government. including the location of the extraterrestrial biological intelligences. Charles McCullough III was the first Inspector General of the Intelligence Community, ICIG, a position he held from 2011 to 2017. He was appointed by President Barack Obama and confirmed by the U.S. Senate. McCullough had a long and distinguished career in law enforcement and intelligence. He served as a special agent with the FBI for 19 years, where he investigated organized crime, drug trafficking, and counterintelligence matters.
Mr. Grush actually can speak about anything he found out about these projects because we can prove in a court of law that they've been run illegally. In other words, senior people in the White House, Pentagon, Congress, Senate Intelligence Committees that I've met with have been denied access. So therefore, the National Security Act is vitiated in terms of secrecy so long as those programs are being run illegally, and they are being run illegally. I can say that with some direct authority. And secondly, I think it's very important for people to understand there are two types of UAPs. There are the man-made ones, no question. My uncle was lifetime Northrop Grumman, worked on the lunar lander module. I think we have to understand that a significant part of the phenomenon is actually clandestine but illegally managed human reverse engineered advanced technologies, as they're called, ATs. And some are non-human intelligence, there's no question. So I think this needs to begin to be looked at more critically in terms of what part of the phenomenon falls under which category.
Whoever they are. How will the non-human intelligence react to the revelation that human beings now know they're here?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the non-human intelligences have been around for a while, at least multiple decades in modern history, and they've allowed ourselves to annihilate ourselves, genocide, war, famine, etc. So at the very least, I think they're kind of neutral on what humans decide to do with their free will.
我就总结一个疑问：你为什么会知道外星人是怎么想？而且可以代替外星人回答。
At least multiple decades in modern history, and they've allowed ourselves to annihilate ourselves, genocide, war, famine.
When we invest in clean energy and electric vehicles and reduce population, more of our children can breathe clean air and drink clean water. When we invest in clean energy and electric vehicles and reduce population, more of our children can breathe clean air and drink clean water.
First, I wanted to introduce you to the record, page 55 from the committee's interview with FBI. Some administrative matters first. I wanted to introduce you to the record, page 55 from the committee's interview with FBI employee Gloria Demlo. I wanted to introduce into the record page 55 from the committee's interview with page 55 from the committee's interview which took place on July 17, 2023. In that which took place on July 17, 2023. In that, we're to leave this interview and we're to suggest or imply that when you said the laptop was real, that it meant that the FBI...
大卫先生，如果我是错了，我跟你道歉。我希望你是真的为了天下一家，我真心希望我是错的。